Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Georgia and I'm a knit and crochet designer, and today I'm going to show you how to make this super easy and quick Santa hat for Christmas. So I'm feeling very Christmassy this morning and it's put me in a really good mood. Now this tutorial is pretty easy. I'd say it is suitable for beginners, and I show you all the steps throughout. So because it's a hat, it does come in one size, but I've got quite a small head and I've made this suitable for like most women's sized adult heads, although this would fit a male head as well because this brim is like really stretchy. So like if I go like this, like it does come off, but I have got quite a small head. Oh, you can also wear it like this if that's more your style. For the pattern, I will leave the gauge and the size on the screen, and also I've left 2 gauges on there because you got one for this section and then one for this section because they are quite different. If you prefer a PDF version of a pattern, then that will be linked down in the description below for you to download. Before we get into the video, I am going to review a product for you, and that is the RANVOO GoGo Lint Remover. So you know we spend ages, hours upon hours, knitting and crocheting jumpers, hats, scarves, blankets, whatever it is, you name it. After a while of actually using them and wearing them, they end up getting like lint on them and go bobbly and kind of just, it doesn't look great, does it? Now you may have noticed in the start of the video I was wearing this cardigan and I've just taken it off because I'm going to show you how the RANVOO GoGo Lint Remover will remove the lint off of this jumper. Now I didn't make this jumper, but you can use the lint remover on other things as well, like sofas or blankets, and this is a really good example of how well the lint remover works, because like I don't know how well you can see, but like there is just so much lint and bubbles on this. It's quite old, I wear it a lot, and I've never, like under there you see, that's where like I rub on things there, I've never removed any lint from this. So we're gonna try it today and see how it goes. Okay, so inside the box we have a little bag to store the lint remover in. We have the lint remover itself, and you can see it's dual headed, and then you also get a razor replacement as well inside the box. So you get 6 times the lint removal speed in comparison to other similar products. It has this safety guard in front of the razors, which just means that you won't get damage to the items that you're removing lint from. And it also has a safety feature, so if this guard comes off, then the motor completely cuts out. You can see at the moment there is absolutely no lint inside here, so I'm going to show you how much we can remove. Now we're going to remove the lint from this arm. You can't see it that much right now, but if I just tilt the jumper so you get a slight shadow on there, you can see how much bobbling there is on here. So what I'm going to do is lay the piece of clothing as flat as I can. We have 2 power settings, so we have 1 and 2. I'm going to use option 1 today because I got a new kitten the other day and she doesn't like the noise. So here we go. You can see that the lint has dramatically decreased. It's not sticking out as much, and from flat it looks pretty good. I've got a stubborn bit here, so I'm just going to go over that again. There we go, that's all gone. Looking pretty good. The bin, remove the lint out of there, that's all of it. And that is everything that it picked up just from doing those small sections. I definitely need to spend a bit of time doing the whole jumper, and hopefully it will look as good as new. So then you just pop the bin on like that, and then there is also a port at the bottom so you can recharge it. Obviously, because it is a razor, you do have to be careful with your clothes. Like there's a note here on the top that says it has to be completely you know, at a right angle, so you can do it with the clothing hanging like this, or you can do it with the clothing flat, but you must make sure that you don't angle it because then you might damage your clothes. I do have a discount code for you guys as well. I believe it's for 10% off, and I think the code is JeggoCrochet10, but I will leave that info on the screen just to make sure I've got that right. Also, the links in the description are affiliate links, so I will receive a small commission if you decide to buy the GoGo lint remover through my link. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more tutorials from me, and like the video if you enjoy it. Okay, so this is the yarn I'm using. It's the Friends 100% Wool by Hobby. You can see it recommends a 4 to 4.5 millimeter knitting needle and a 5 to 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. You can also just see the gauge on there, so that might help you when choosing your own yarn. So I'm going to be using a 5.5 millimeter hook. We're going to make a slip knot, and then we're going to make a chain, and you need to chain 15. Okay, so now you've got your chain, we're going to do a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So that second one along, single crochet, and then you're going to single crochet in the next chain and all the way along the chain to the end. So that is row 1 all complete. For the next row, we're going to chain 1 and turn the work. Now, the way that I do it, the chain 1 counts as the first stitch, and so we're going to go in with a single crochet into the next stitch, and we're going to go into the back loop only. So normally we'd go in through there, but we're actually going to go just in the back loop with a single crochet, and then into the next one along, back loop only, and repeat that across the row. Also, if you start each row differently to me, maybe you do chain 1 and then you single crochet into the same stitch, or maybe you don't even do a chain 1, you just start straight away with single crochet, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure you don't accidentally do any decreases or any increases for this section. We're going to keep the amount of stitches on each row the same. Now I'm just getting to the end of row 2, and I've actually got 2 stitches left, so I don't know if everyone does this, but you can see at the end there, like there's just a tiny bit sticking out, so I will go into that very last stitch as well, just to keep the work looking as neat as possible and trying to find that back loop. So that is what row 2 looks like. Now what we're going to do is just repeat row 2 over and over again. So we're going to chain 1, turn, single crochet in the back loop only across the row, making sure not to increase or decrease by accident at any point. And you're going to keep repeating row 2 until you have a total of 88 rows. So we're going to be here for a while, but trust me, it's worth it. Okay, so I have my 88 rows. This is what it looks like. It's nice and neat and straight, and it's quite stretchy as well. So what we need to do is join the 2 shorter edges together. So we're just going to loop the work around, making sure not to twist it. And then we're just going to close up this gap using slip stitches. So I'm going to insert my hook into the first side, the first stitch that you can see, and then push it through the first stitch on the other side, and then you're just going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. The first one's always a little bit awkward. There we go, we have 1 slip stitch. So then you're going to go into the next stitch along, through the first side, then through the next side, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. And keep doing that until you've gotten all the way across. So I've joined mine up, and you can see we've got this bulky seam on one side, and then if you flip your work around, it looks really nice and neat on the other side. So this is the side that everyone will be able to see. This is going to be the right side of our work. So you want to keep that right side facing outwards, and now we're going to start working in the round for the main section of the hat. Start off by chaining 2, and then what we're going to do is we're going to half double crochet around the brim, and we're going to be half double crocheting into the ends of the rows that we did for the brim. So we've got 88 rows, and you should end up with 88 stitches around. So that's 1 stitch for every row that we did for the brim, and also the chain 2 does count as a stitch. So I'm just coming to the end of round 1, and now I'm just going to show you how to finish the round as an example, but we are going to change colours in a moment. So I've just done my 88th stitch of the round, including that beginning chain 2. Now to finish the round, we're going to do a slip stitch into the second chain of the beginning chain 2, and that completes round 1. However, we are going to change colours. So to do that, I'm going to insert my hook into that second chain again, and then I'm going to cut the yarn. Now you don't have to cut the yarn, you can carry it for each colour change if you want. I just find cutting the yarn easier. And then grab colour 2 or the white yarn, and then just loop it around the hook and pull the white yarn through the 2 red loops on the hook, and that is now joined. And then I'm just going to tie those 2 ends together so that they don't go anywhere. Now we're going to go on to round 2. So for round 2, we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to turn the work. Now the reason we turn the work is because it just gives us a nice texture for the hat. So you've done chain 2, you've turned the work, and now we're going to half double crochet into the next stitch and in each stitch around. And then when you get to the end of round 2, join with a slip stitch to the second chain in the beginning chain 2, and remember you want to keep 88 stitches around, and that includes the beginning chain 2. So I'm just going to show you once more how to join in the round. So inserting my hook into the second chain of the beginning chain 2 and join with a slip stitch. Now for round 3, we're going to chain 2 and turn the work. Something you can do as well if you're getting confused with the chain 2 and the turns and stuff is you can put a stitch marker in the top of the chain 2, and then that way when you finish each round you know sort of where you are with it. So for round 2 we've chained 2, we've turned the work. You need to do a half double crochet into the next 8 stitches, and then we're going to do a half double crochet 2 together. Here's how you do a half double crochet 2 together. So you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, then you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through the 4 loops that are left on your hook. So you basically don't fully complete the first half double crochet, then go straight into the next one, and those 2 stitches then become 1, so you decreased by 1 stitch. Then what you need to do is half double crochet in the next 9 stitches, and then half double crochet 2 together, and you're going to repeat that around, half double crochet in 9 stitches, half double crochet 2 together, and keep doing that until you complete the row, and you should finish this round with 80 stitches. So this is what the hat is looking like at the moment, and we're about to go into round 4. Chain 2 and turn your work. All we're going to do for round 4 is you're going to half double crochet in every stitch around, join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain 2. You should finish round 4 with 80 stitches. For round number 5, you're going to chain 2 and turn. Surprise, surprise. Now we need to half double crochet in the next 7 stitches, then half double crochet 2 together. Once you've done that, you then have to half double crochet in the next 8 stitches, half double crochet 2 together, and repeat that around, then join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain 2. You should end up with 72 stitches in the round. Now we're going on to round 6. For round 6, you're going to chain 2 and turn, half double crochet in every stitch around, and join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain 2, and you should still have 72 stitches left in the row. round 7, you may start to notice a pattern occurring here. We're still on colour 2, the white colour. We're going to chain 2 and turn. Then you half double crochet in the next 6 stitches, half double crochet 2 together. Then repeat this around half double crochet in the next 7 stitches, half double crochet 2 together. Repeat that around and join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain 2. You should finish round 7 with 64 stitches. So before I join with the slip stitch, I'm just going to insert my hook into that second chain of the beginning chain 2, and then I'm going to cut the white yarn and we're going to change over to the red yarn again. So grab the red yarn and then just loop it around your hook and pull through those 2 white loops that are on the hook, and then I will just tie those 2 ends together so that they don't go anywhere. This is round 8. We're going to chain 2 and turn the work, then half double crochet in each stitch around, join with the slip stitch to the beginning chain 2, and you should still have 64 stitches in the round. When you finish round 8, we're going to go back to colour 2, to the white colour, so just bear that in mind when you join with your slip stitch. So now I finished round 8, I'm going back to colour 2, and now for round 9. Chain 2 and turn your work. Then you're going to half double crochet into the next 5 stitches, half double crochet 2 together. Then the next section is the bit that you repeat, so you half double crochet in the next 6 stitches, half double crochet 2 together, repeat that around, join with a slip stitch to the top of the beginning chain 2, and you should end up with 56 stitches left in the round. I'm really sorry, this is actually the footage of round 11. I don't know where the footage for round 10 went, but for round 10 you just need to chain 2 and turn, and then half double crochet in each stitch around. Then for round 11 you're going to chain 2 and turn, half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Then you're going to half double crochet 2 together, which I'm just doing now. Then repeat the next bit, so half double crochet in the next 5 stitches, then half double crochet 2 together. Repeat that around and join with the slip stitch to the beginning chain 2. For round 12 you're just going to chain 2 and turn, and then half double crochet in each stitch around. So you can see our hat is starting to take some shape. Then after that, for round 13 you're going to chain 2 and turn, half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, half double crochet 2 together, then half double crochet in the next 4 stitches, half double crochet 2 together, and then repeat that around, so half double crochet in 4, then half double crochet 2 together. Keep repeating that until you get to the end of the round, and then join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain 2, and you should end up with 40 stitches left in the round. Okay, so going on to round 14, we need to change colours. So I'm just going to cut my yarn and change back over to colour 1, or the red colour. For round 14, chain 2 and turn, half double crochet in every stitch around, join with the slip stitch to begin in chain 2, and you'll have 40 stitches still remaining in the round. Now that we've done one round with colour 1, we need to go back to colour 2, so I'm going back to the white colour. Now for rounds 15 to 18, so that's the next 4 rounds, we need to chain 2 and turn and half double crochet in every stitch around. So we're not doing any decreases for the next 4 rounds. So you need to do 4 rounds of just half double crochet around in the colour 2 or the white colour. Once you have completed round 18, we need to change back to colour 1 or the red colour. For round 19, you need to chain 2 and turn, half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, half double crochet 2 together, then repeat the following section, half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, half double crochet 2 together, repeat that little section around, join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain 2, and you should have 32 stitches remaining in the round. Once you've done that, you need to go back to colour 2 and do 3 rounds of half double crochet around without doing any decreases. Once you've done those rounds, so you should have finished round 22, and you've just done 3 rounds without decreases in the colour 2 or white, we're now going to go on to round 23, and we need to change back to colour 1 or the red colour. You're going to chain 2 and turn, half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet 2 together, then half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, half double crochet 2 together, half double crochet in the next 2, half double crochet 2 together, and repeat that around, and then you should finish this round with 24 stitches remaining. Okay, I've just paused the video because I feel like I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. You can see here that I've actually completed rounds 24 and 25. So for rounds 24 and 25, you need to have colour 2, and you're just going to chain 2 and turn and half double crochet in every stitch around. So you don't want to do any decreases for those 2 rounds. Then go back to colour 1. Okay, now we're going on to round 26 in colour 1. You need to chain 2 and turn, half double crochet in each stitch around, and join with the slip stitch to the beginning chain 2. You should still have 24 stitches left in the round. Once you've done that, you're going to go on to rounds 27 and 28 and change over to colour 2. You're going to do the same thing again. You're going to chain 2 and turn, half double crochet in each stitch around, and you should still have 24 stitches left in the round. For round 29, we need to go back to colour 1. So you're going to chain 2 and turn, and then I'm just showing you what the hat should be looking like at this point. Now what you need to do is straight away we're going to go in with a half double crochet 2 together. So I'm just doing that now. Half double crochet 2 together, then half double crochet in the next stitch. Half double crochet 2 together, half double crochet into the next stitch. Repeat that around, half double crochet 2 together, half double crochet in the next stitch. You should have 16 stitches left in the round. With colour 2, we're going to do rounds 30 and 31. You're going to chain 2 and turn, then half double crochet in each stitch around. Okay, so once you've done that, you can go in with round 32. We need to do colour 1, and I'm just showing you what the hat should be looking like. You're going to chain 2 and turn. We're going to do the same as round 29, so you're going to go straight in with a half double crochet 2 together. Then half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet 2 together, half double crochet in the next stitch. Repeat that around, and you should finish round 32 with 8 stitches left. Once you have completed round 32, you're going to go back to colour 2 for round 33, chain 2 and turn and half double crochet in each stitch around. By the end of round 33, you should still have 8 stitches remaining. So you can see there I have completed round 33. We're going to go into our last round, which is round 34, staying with colour 2, chain 2 and turn, half double crochet 2 together, and then you're going to continue to half double crochet 2 together in every stitch around. So keep doing that, and then join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain 2. I've just sped it up so that you can see what I'm doing, but it doesn't take all day. And it is getting a little bit fiddly now by this point because the circle or the round is so small. So I'm just joining with a slip stitch to the beginning chain 2. Then I'm going to pull tightly. I'm going to cut the yarn, and make sure when you cut the yarn that you leave a nice, fairly long tail, just because we need to use it. So don't cut the yarn too short. I was at the end of my ball of yarn, so that worked out pretty well for me. Then I'm just going to grab my yarn needle, and I'm just going to place the needle through the top of the hat because there is a little hole across the top of the hat. So we're just going to close up that small hole just by putting the needle through the top of the hat a few times, and then I'm just going to fasten that in place, pull it nice and tight, and that is the main bulk of the hat all complete. And now we just need to make a pom-pom. Here is what the hat looks like. I'm going to grab my red yarn, colour 1, for the pom-pom. Now, I just used some cardboard for this next bit. Now, I thought this was sturdy enough, this cardboard, but you'll see I struggled with this. So, if you're going to use the cardboard, make sure it's really strong. So, here are my little circles. Make sure you actually cut a little slit in the side as well so you can actually wind the yarn around. Then you're just going to grab your yarn and wind it around as many times as you can. This bit is a bit tedious, but if you do it right, then it's totally worth it. Now you can see I have wound my yarn around as many times as I can. Now this was the bit that I found really tricky, so I'm going to cut the yarn. So we're going to cut around the edge of this weird pom-pom thing. So you need to get your scissors in between the two pieces of cardboard. This was a struggle in itself. My cardboard was just way too flimsy. So you get your scissors in between the two pieces of cardboard and then you just cut the yarn around. Here we go. So you get the idea, right? But you can see how my cardboard is kind of bending and twisting and my scissors are not working, but you need to do that all the way around. And here you can see I'm making a little bit of progress just to see what you actually have to do. Try to keep all the yarn in place, and then once you've cut all the way around, you then need to grab a length of yarn and you tie it around the yarn so it goes in between those two pieces of cardboard, and then you just pull it tight as you can and secure it in place. And you can see all the bits of yarn that have fallen out of my pom-pom. I actually was losing hope at this point, but luckily it did work. I'm sorry about the angle, but I was honestly just trying to actually do this without wasting all the yarn, because if I wasted the yarn then I was screwed basically. And now I'm just cutting the cardboard off and I am left with a very disheveled looking pom-pom. But when I kind of pulled all those excess pieces off, it actually wasn't that bad. So then what you want to do is just give the pom-pom a good trim. Hopefully you did a better job than me. And yeah, give it just a nice trim round so it looks all nice and even. So here is what my pom-pom looks like, and all that's left to do is attach it to the hat, and obviously we need to weave in the ends as well. So I'm just going to use those two long tails. You want to make sure the right side is facing out, so the seam, the slip stitch seam that we did on the brim, you want to make sure that's on the inside of the hat. So I'm just threading those through my yarn needle, and then the way I attach it is just like you can see I've not just gone straight through the top, I've kind of gone on either side of the top of the hat. I really hope that makes sense. So the two red tails that come out of the pom-pom don't enter the hat at the same point. They're kind of like half an inch apart, and that just gives it a bit more stability and makes it kind of just stick to the hat better. So then I'm just pulling those pieces through, and then I'm just going to fasten them nice and tightly. So just making sure I pull those two strings all the way through so that the pom-pom is attached right at the top of the hat. And I'm just checking that there. Yep, so that looks all good. And then, yeah, just tying those ties as tightly as you can. Once you've done that, you can weave in all those pesky ends, and if you're lazy like me, then the ones on the inside can stay exactly where they are. I'm not about to make extra work for myself. Yeah, I did leave those there, and I always do, and you know what, it always works out fine. But you can weave them all in if you want to. I just did the ones on the outside. And once you've done that, you can get into your festive spirit. And that is it. I'm mixing the holidays today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to tag me on the socials. It really does make my day when I see your projects. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to stick around for more tutorials from me. Please like the video if you did like it, because it really helps my channel to grow. Enjoy the rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this.